So it can't hurt me, I talk about my daughter. I don't talk a lot about her because guess what? She didn't ask to be where I am. She's done a couple things, one on Facebook a few years ago. She did something on Reddit, and she just did something here about a week ago on TikTok. Basically what she does is she calls me an absent father. She's never seen me before, doesn't know who I am type of shit. That's how it makes it look, which is a fucking lie.
You needed that baby, not that man. I know you're like, oh my God, what do you mean? I want us to be a family. Sometimes that's not meant to be. Sometimes I'm not in your cards to be a family with that man. Sometimes stepdaddy season is your season.
Do you ask your dad that?
No.
So why are you asking me?
Because I just want to know when you're married.
Why?
Guys!
I need to get married?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're getting too old for it.
But your dad's older than I am. So how am I getting too old?
Your body get old.
Doesn't even make sense.
It does.
Alright, so what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, aka Doc BOA. Yep, I got time today. David Goggins is a very popular guy who has gone through a lot physically and has transformed himself and honestly has some of the craziest workouts that you're ever going to see. Now, we live in a society where everything that a man does that's not up to par by society's measurements is pointed out because everyone wants to point out everyone else's imperfections. But we can't take away from the fact that the man is very influential and has changed many lives in a positive manner. But even the great David Goggins is still dealing with baby mama drama from a bitter baby mama who wants to ruin his relationship with his child in order to prove that he's not as great as his child may think he is. Now, honestly, I don't have to deal with these things, but I know many men who do. And the reason that they do is because they allow women to control them with their love for their own child. Which is why I say all the time, you don't take care of your children because of emotional attachment. You take care of them because of attachment to your responsibility and duty to be a father and a provider.
Tell us the truth!
But let's take a look at this clip of David Goggins on stage, really kind of almost crashing out a little bit, talking about this situation. And he even brought his mom on the stage because the man is being attacked so vehemently and viciously because of what people are labeling him being a deadbeat dad. But let's take a look at this clip. We'll come back and chop it up on a real tip. And later we'll also look at a woman who's going to admit, she's going to advise women that you just got to know that you don't need the man, you just need the baby. In essence, just be a single mom on purpose. But let's take a listen, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
So it can't hurt me, I talk about my daughter. I don't talk a lot about her because guess what? She didn't ask to be where I am. She's done a couple things, one on Facebook a few years ago. She did something on Reddit, and she just did something here about a week ago on TikTok. Basically what she does is she calls me an absent father. She's never seen me before, doesn't know who I am type of shit. That's how it makes it look, which is a fucking lie. So I'm gonna try my best to put it in as much context as I can. Me and her mom got divorced when she was about 1 year old. Her mom thought I was her soulmate. Her mom cannot stand me, period, doc. She pretty much made my daughter hate me. I was in her life until she was about 15, and I will try to explain what happened. I've never one time attacked my daughter. I've never one time attacked my ex-wife. I've seen this stuff for years. People have made videos on me. That's my daughter. No matter how the fuck she doesn't like me, that is my fucking daughter.
She never called him Dad. She always referred to him as David. I would beg her to try to have a relationship with her dad, and she said no. And it wasn't until one incident when I was begging Jay to come spend the night with me and her dad, and she refused multiple times in front of him. Then he finally said, Mom, quit. I had no idea how much I was hurting David by trying to convince his daughter to be in his life. I didn't want people to think that what I was saying was not true. I wanted to get proof. And here's the exchange between the absentee dad, David. Sorry you feel the way you do about me. You don't even thank me for the things I've done. I sent you $1,000 for your 16th birthday and don't even get a thank you. I have never gotten a thank you for anything I've done for you. Not to mention you have never wished me happy birthday, Father's Day, or anything else. I'm not going to do this back and forth with you. One day you will see I am a good man. Now I just want to read the response from Jade. I will never ever see that you are a good man because there will never be a day you ever see me again. Have a great life, David.
When I went out, I couldn't stand my mom for making me see my dad. So when my daughter just kept saying, I don't want to see anymore, I don't want to see anymore, I don't want to see anymore, roger that.
Now, I want y'all to comment down below and let me know how you will handle that situation if your child's mother was presenting you as the bad guy and creating this dynamic where you had to beg and plead to be in the child's life. Man, let me tell y'all something. If this is what you got to deal with, man, fuck that woman and them kids, man. As a man, if you're fighting for your right to be a father, man, and everybody pushing against it, man, forget it. Just go have another family with another woman. You could always create another family, dog. You can always have another son. You can always do that. See, what women want to do is point out the fact that they're single moms because, the men don't stay around and the men are alcoholics and the men are in the streets and the men are, okay, well, here's an example of a man who's been trying. You understand me? And so I want y'all to understand. Of course, women are going to say, well, we don't know the other side of the story. I don't give a damn what the other side of the story is. Just like I don't care about the other side of the story if a married woman is doing things that she ain't got no business doing. There ain't no other side of the story. You just out there running around in the streets. It don't matter what the man did to you. Either you leave or you stay. And I just say that because I want y'all to understand that you got to stop letting these people criminalize you because someone else doesn't want you to do what you're supposed to be doing. It don't make him a deadbeat dad if the one girl don't want to deal with him. They want you to keep chasing people. They want you to keep running after people. They want you to keep destroying yourself internally as a man. And if you don't do that, and then they call you a deadbeat and say, well, the woman ain't there and the grandparents got to help out because the man just ain't no good, like this woman right here. You see what I mean? These are the type of things that you deal with in this society now because everyone feels empowered to try to say a man ain't this or a man ain't that. Man, you got to stop caring what people think about you. You know what I'm saying? If you're not in a child's life because a child don't want you in their life, man, damn that child, man. Let them go find a stepdad then. Let them not have no dad. That's their choice. Everyone has a choice to make. You understand? Man say he been in a girl life since she was until she was 15. Okay, by the time she's 15, she know what she's saying. She know what she's doing. She know if what her mom is telling her is right or wrong. But you also have to look at who you have your child with. Because David is mistaken by saying this woman thought he was her soulmate. This woman didn't think that. I have a woman who think I'm her soulmate, and she would never do something like this. Never crossed me once, ever. No matter what I did, never crossed me once. To this day, still there for me to this day. That's what a woman who thinks you're a soulmate is. She don't try to destroy you because things don't go her way. A woman who thinks she's a soulmate, there's just a hopefulness that she can't get rid of there. So you got to understand, you get with these women, you marry these women, and if you divorce a woman when your child is one, man, you was in a toxic situation, but you got ran out of a situation with a 1-year-old baby. The biggest mistake we make as men is laying with the wrong woman, staying with the wrong woman, procreating with the wrong woman. And then what's even worse, the bigger mistake than that is to try to stay with the broad. Is to try to keep building on something that ain't even got a foundation. You ever seen a house built on just on mud? No, you got to put a foundation down there first, man. And this is what we're not doing. And then because we make a mistake and impregnate the wrong woman and we go through all of this, people want to hold our feet to the fire and say, we're supposed to keep compounding the mistake by making another mistake. Man, let me tell you something. If you make a mistake and impregnate the wrong woman, you damn sure don't make a second mistake and try to stay with the broad. You provide for the child financially. And then if the child want you to be in their life, fine, you do it. If not, man, you don't chase no child down and do none of that, bruh. Because the bottom line is, Here's the real deal. I know they hoping and praying that you get old and need somebody to take care of you so they can look at you, ah ha ha ha, ah ha ha ha. But let me tell you something. All throughout life, a child is gonna need a father more than that father is ever gonna need that child. So even if that father get 90 years old and needs somebody to take care of him, and that child ain't there for the last 5 years of their life, you look at all the life that child got to live without a father. It's a blessing for a child to have a father that's willing to be in their lives, even if they're not with the mother. Because technically speaking, as a man, if you and the woman ain't gonna be together, and 9 times out of 10, we know divorces are filed by women. If a woman divorced you, man, you had a right to move on with your life. You take care of your child financially, but you had a right to move on with your life. Now, if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. But you have the right to. And any man or woman who tells you you don't, man, they're just being facetious, dog. But let's listen to this woman who's gonna now talk about how women want to be single anyway. They don't need the man, they just need the single mom. Now, they just need to be a single mom. Now, this is what this woman would tell David Goggins' ex-wife, even though he fought to try to be in the child life for all this time. Y'all peep game on this.
So y'all don't really engage unless I yell at y'all, so hold on. You needed that baby, not that man. I know you're like, oh my God, what do you mean? I want us to be a family. Sometimes that's not meant to be. Sometimes I'm not in your cars to be a family with that man. Sometimes stepdaddy season is your season. You needed that baby, not that man. That man had to give you that baby, and you may have tried with several other folks, if not, but it doesn't really matter. You were meant to have that child with that man. That was meant for you. I don't want to be a single mom, but that's your story for right now. You may not be a single mom forever. You may get the white picket fence and the dog. But guess what? It was meant for you to have that baby with that man. No regrets. No regrets, okay? You need to look back on your life and think for a second. When my baby came into my life, how was my life? What did I need? Because I can tell you what I needed. I needed love. I needed patience. I needed to stop drinking as much as I was drinking. I needed to slow my life the hell down. I needed my baby. Because when I got my baby, my life completely changed. See, when I had the man, okay, it changed. But when I had my baby, I changed. My life changed. My mindset changed. I was no longer who I used to be. So like I said before, and I'm going to say every single time, you needed that baby and not that man, and that is okay.
Now, I want y'all to think about the logic of a woman saying she couldn't become her best version unless she became a single mom. First off, let's go back to the beginning. You may have tried with other men to have a baby. Look at the whoremongerish nature of these women, bruh. This is what you're dealing with in the modern society. Making excuses, justifying terrible behavior. These are the type of women who support Cardi B having a baby by another man while she's still married. They support these types of things. Because what we have running rampant in this society is a Jezebel spirit, a full-fledged Jezebel spirit, the succubus spirit, the most wicked nature of femininity that we have ever seen in our lives. It is here now. I'm an OG and I've never seen women who behave like this. And you can say, well, it wasn't shown on social media. Where the difference is, we were dealing with women in person. Y'all dealing with women on social media. That's the only way y'all meet women is on social media. I'm from the payphone era, big dog. We met women. You understand? We were out and about. Everything stayed open all night. Y'all don't even have 24-hour Walmarts anymore. So we're talking from a different perspective. I'm telling you that things have never been as bad as they are now when it comes to these women, man. They want to be single moms. They don't mind being single moms. And the craziest thing is, y'all still trying to fight them on not being single moms. If you married to a woman and she divorces you with children, let her go be a single mom. That's her choice. You're fighting against her to be something that she wants to be. You're fighting her to keep her from being a single mom when she's pushing back against you because she wants to be a single mom. She believes that having a stepdad come into her life and provide for those children a fatherly figure, I guess that's what she thinks she's getting, is better than having you, no matter how much money you have, no matter how successful you are, no matter how great a father you are. It's better than having you being the father to those children. Because what she doesn't get with you being the father to those children is a man in the house so she can keep playing house. So she keep being somebody, queen to be, so she can keep being that. And I want y'all to understand, if that's what the broad want, you let the broad have that, man. Stop fighting against the woman. Unless you're going to go to court and battle and get custody of your kids, if that woman got custody of the kids, man, you let her do what she want to do with them. As a man, bro, you could go build another life. Women outnumber 8-1. And if you're a man who got it together, then act like you got it together. It's her loss if y'all ain't together no more. It ain't yours. It's them children loss if she turned them against you. It ain't yours. As long as you do everything you can to make the situation work, when it stop working, man, then you bail out. You ain't got no choice. The woman has decided that she gonna push against you on every front. So don't be like David Goggins, sitting up and having to defend yourself. I ain't defending myself against nothing. If somebody tell you I'm a deadbeat dad, fine. Let them tell you that. Ask them why. You don't compound one mistake with another mistake. If you was with the wrong woman, and then you had the wrong child. But it's your responsibility, so provide. But if they don't want you to be in their lives, do the grown man thing, do the masculine thing, do the alpha thing, do the pimp type thing, and step your ass aside. All right, I'm done with this one. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this Prism of the Ism. And as always, Alpha's up, Beta's down. Peace.